Love.
Welcome to this special parenting hour of the broadcast. We put together a parenting panel with 3 moms and a dad, and let me introduce you all to them. We have Jill Krause, mother of two boys, 1 girl, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then who else do we have here? And one's about to turn 1.
Yeah.
So we've got a baby. We've seen him here before. We've got Barb Annenden, of course, who you guys all know. She's a mom of an 11-year-old boy and a 6-year-old girl. Our friend Jolene Devito is here. She has 2 kids, a 13-year-old boy and a 10-year-old girl. And our resident dad for the day, Peter Barrera. He has 4 kids. Now check this out: a 23-year-old, a 19-year-old, and twins?
Actually, 2 19-year-olds.
The 19-year-olds are twins, and you
Yes.
have a 6-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite the distance in between those. We're going to talk about that a little bit, maybe, how that happened.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and you know, we like to think we're experts as parents, but every once in a while we actually do need an expert opinion. And we have child psychologist Dr. Peter Stavanoha. Did I say that right?
Yep, Stavanoha.
I was close. And he's here from Children's Medical Center of Dallas. And we're going to talk about some great tips and things to help you out as parents, because I guess we're always trying to figure this out, right? So let's start with this question, and we've put it on our Facebook page. It's there right now. So if you have some thoughts, chime in. But you guys, what is the best advice you ever received with regards to being a parent, or have you given someone what you consider to be really good advice? What would you tell someone who's pregnant, they're having their first child? Chime in.
Don't be awful.
Don't be awful. That's a good place
Yeah.
to start. I mean, what have you learned? I think one of the things I've learned as a parent over time, you know, it's not so much that I was given advice, but I've learned after having two children, one with special needs, is you got to cut yourself some slack and just do the best you can. You're not always going to do it perfectly. There's going to be a lot of screaming and crying and hair pulling sometimes, and you just kind of have to go with the flow, and that would be the advice I give people.
Mine's along those lines, that everything's a chapter. You know, when I was in the heat of it, when my first was a baby and I didn't know what I was doing, I thought, oh my God, this is going to last forever. And now I know nothing does, for better and worse. So everything's a chapter, be it teething or potty training or puberty. It's all a chapter. So try to enjoy the chapter while you're in it. Yeah, it'll go away.
Well, you don't think about the enjoyment part until after you've passed the difficult part, you know? Because our first one, when he was born, it was, oh my God, he's got colic, oh, we can't sleep, oh, he's sick now, and every other day it was something new. And then when we said, okay, we're pregnant again, well, okay, we'll know what we're doing this time. We're having twins? It's like we're having twins, what? So there were literally times where you have one here, and then you have one propped up against pillows with a bottle, and 2 bottles like this, and so it's all new. By the time the newer one came along 13 years later, it was, I got this.
Did you even notice by now?
I got this.
And you had built-in help at home to help out with the little one?
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, and that's, to me, along the lines of one of the things I had to do, because we were away from family when we had our kids, we were in Buffalo, accept help. Because people would always say, can I help with something? Being like, no. And there's like this thing as parents, we have to be martyrs. No, I'm going to stay up all night with I've got this. Did you guys ever experience anything like that?
That was the best advice that I received, was from a friend that said, accept help. You know, and honestly, if you don't, you are bathing that child until they are 6 or 7 years old and bathing themselves. You are in a rut. You're doing it all. The advice I give everyone, though, is your job is to raise them to be confident, functioning adults, not children. You're not just raising kids. So everything has that real world test. Is this a real world consequence? Does this really happen in the adult world? And that way you can let the little things go and only focus on what's important to make them those confident, functioning adults.
Man, pick and choose your battles, right?
Yeah.
Of course, Jill, you've got a little one who's 1 and then 2 older ones. What's some advice that you maybe have had to give back to yourself now that you're going through that whole little one phase again?
Yeah, I think what I've learned over time, and what people have said to me, but I don't think you really trust until you've experienced it, is that children are resilient. And it's really sort of hard to mess them up. And so as long as you're coming from a place of love most of the time, you're going to be okay. So, and the great thing is they don't remember anything until they're like 3, right? So
You have 3 years to screw up.
yeah. I mean, maybe on like a subconscious level, but mostly you're okay. And it's really hard to mess them up.
What do you guys think about some of the challenges these days? You know, we live in a Pinterest society where everyone's throwing these incredible birthday parties. Everyone's trying to keep up with the Joneses in terms of taking care of your kids. What do you think about that? And how does that affect how we're raising our children?
You know, my brother is the Joneses in our family, right? And he does these really big parties, and that's cool. You know, my wife and I, we're a little more low key. You know, he makes 6 figures. I'm not quite there yet, and so it's just, you know, a matter of making it fun for the little ones. That's all. And if the little kids are all running around and having fun, you know, whether they're you know, busting a piñata open or they're, you know, playing hockey in Frisco, they're still having fun, and that's all I care about. You know.
Don't you think that that's what it's all about for kids? Just like you said, trying to raise them right, but making sure things are fun and memorable for them. How much do we have to go out of our way to do that, though?
I think a lot of that overly done birthday party thing, the classroom parties, that's for the parents.
Sure.
That really,
That's
a competitive
show.
thing for the
That's
parents.
all show.
That's exactly it. The kids really don't care. And if my children ask me, the answer is, your mom works.
There you go. There you
Mom
go.
has a job.
We had a pony in our backyard, and he loved it twice. It was great, and everybody had a blast.
Very cool.
It was cool.
I think a lot of it stems also from insecurity as far as parents go. And I think we as parents have to step back and say, am I frustrated by this mom who's going out of her way to do great things for her classroom because I feel insecure about what I'm doing for my own children? Am I overcompensating because I feel insecure about the amount of time I'm spending working? And so it has absolutely nothing to do with the children. And you have to scale back and really look at yourself and understand why you're getting offended or why you're acting the way that you are. It's a security thing.
Great stuff. Well, make sure you log into our Facebook page right now and tell us what you think, okay? We want to know your thoughts. And up next, here's the next topic. Is it okay for a friend to verbally discipline your child? We'll be right back with that. Come on back.